How exciting. Oh my gosh, we're going live.
Well, hello.
Wow.
Wow.
This is different
It is
format.
different.
Kudos to Vince here. He has been working diligently for months, months on several things.
How
exciting. Oh my gosh, we're going live.
See, rookie move, rookie mistake.
Sorry. Anyways, he's been working really, really hard, and here we are. And we wanted to bring something a little fresh and new. This may be our new method, and maybe not. But without further ado, are you ready? Are you all ready? Here it comes.
Wow. What do you think? How was that?
Do you like it?
You did hear it, right? Please tell us you heard it.
Did you hear it volume? There is a little bit of a lag,
There is
so
a
we
lag,
have to
so
wait.
just
So
gotta
we're going to
keep
just
talking.
wait, I guess.
Hello, everyone. What do you call these things again? Comments. The comments are scrolling really fast, and I have it really big, so I'm only seeing two at a time. So, apologies if we don't
Oh, the best will say they love it.
get back to you and say hello to you independently. Um, wanted to talk about a couple of things tonight.
We did. Oh, the intros. Everybody's loving it.
Sweet.
So there comes all the good comments. The intro's dope. Oh, thank you so very
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. So we do have content for you today, not just the lovely logo that we now have. Oh, the trucking couple. You need ear pods. Oh, AirPods.
So I can hear what's going on at the same time.
There we go.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do that. We either plug in the mic. I would say I gotta take the little tag off. But, plug in the mic or the headphones, and not both in the computer at once.
I get it.
The AirPods make perfect sense. I didn't think about that. Makes perfect sense.
Oh, so AirPods. We're getting there.
They're up front.
It's okay.
But right now, since we're not listening to anything else but what we're talking about.
Oh, so we have content for you today. Our video today is going to be, what did you title it?
Questions.
Oh, questions. What kind of questions should you be asking a fleet owner or a carrier that you're interested in going on with? And that's kind of what our discussion is today. We've been talking with some fellow viewers, I suppose, that are considering this lifestyle, and it's prompted a lot of really good questions. And then we also see some stuff out there on social media that makes us concerned that people aren't quite doing their research. So,
and it's kind of the basic questions that you would ask of any job before you accept the position and start the job. I think you want to know things like, how much am I getting paid?
What day am I getting paid on?
As far as the trucking industry is concerned, you want to know what your rate per mile is if you're getting paid by rate per mile, or what your percentage is if you're on a percentage basis. Those seem like things that you would ask before you actually took the job and said, okay, yeah, I'll come to work for you. Because those are important things to know. How are you going to pay your bills if you don't know how much you're making? So.
Right. That seems to be a pretty important one.
Yes, Jim and Julie, how do you pay for fuel? That's a question that we've gotten a couple of times from people. Am I paying for fuel? Is the fleet owner paying for fuel? What's the story there? So, very, very good questions to ask before you get into a job. And Dana Lord is saying, we've got to interview the interviewer. You got to know understand it's a two-way street. An interview is. When you're
Sure.
talking to a recruiter and you're not just listening to their sales pitch and going, okay, I'll do it. You're asking them questions as well to find out what. Find out you're looking for answers to the questions that you need answered, and you have to sometimes sit down and think about what are the things that I need from this job besides just money. My head looks crooked. How
You're
do I
doing
straighten
fine.
out my head?
You're fine.
Besides just money, what other things, what other perks and benefits do I get from this job that are going to make it worth my while? So I can take those questions and those needs that I have to different fleet owners and different carriers and ask those questions of them.
Who pays for maintenance? What kind of maintenance? Are they doing in-depth kind of maintenance? Lights? I don't know. Windshield wipers? Fluids? Um, that's a really good question. Who's paying that? What kind of a truck are you going to be put in? An extended sleeper? Not an extended sleeper? Bunks? No bunks? Side by side? Those are all questions I would think that would be very important. Some of us have the induction cooktop, some of us don't. What's important to you?
I just saw that text, Frank. Thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. Yeah, Deb Lord, another good question. What type of equipment do we need to have before we start driving? I'm going to try and do something here and see if it works. It worked! Yay!
You learned something new.
I learned something new.
Nice.
Those are very good questions. Melissa and I send out, and actually the vendors, the other mentors here at Highfield on the Panther side, we got together and we put together a letter that explains the things that we suggest you have on the truck with you. We have them listed also as things that are nice to have and things that you want to pick up as you go along, because everyone doesn't have the financial wherewithal to throw out a bunch of money at a thing like a $500 truck-specific GPS. But we put things like our cooktop, a water hose, not our cooktop, I'm sorry, our griddle that we use on the truck, a water hose, electrical cord if you want to hook up to power, shore power at an RV park. We have a long list of things we put on that list. So our people that are coming on that have already been hired on with Panther through Highfield and are going to be our mentees understand what things they need to bring on the truck with them. So those are things that are super important.
Yeah, some people, though, don't even know you need to bring some basic tools, We call it the kitchen tool bag. So basically, maybe a couple of little screwdrivers. You call it an Allen wrench set.
Yeah, an Allen wrench set. Allen wrench set, a Torx set is important.
Yeah.
Basic hand tools are important, but again, it's important to know what those things are.
What other questions, though, should someone be asking a potential carrier or fleet owner?
Well, there are some questions that kind of are trap questions.
Sure.
You get to the question we get a lot is, how many miles do you run in a week? How much do you make in a week? And those are things that we average out. We are, in expediting, we're more revenue-based than miles-based. So I might run 1,000 miles in a week, and my revenue might be more than a week where I run 3,000 miles because of the way that we are negotiating our loads. But that to me is kind of a trap question where if you're running strictly based on rate per mile in general trucking and you're making 50 cents a mile, well, yeah, that's an important number to know is how many miles am I going to make, because you are having to turn those miles to make that money, whether it's loaded miles, deadhead miles, however the case may be. When I ran flatbed and reefer, I made a per mile rate. All miles, I made 48 cents a mile, I think, when I was pulling a reefer. I forget. It's been so long ago. But it was an important question to ask. Expediting, though, it's kind of a weird question,
It's hard to answer because we're revenue driven and not miles driven. What about things like an escrow?
You know what text. Yeah, things like an escrow. Our escrow is bad. Escrow is good. Some folks think they're bad. Some folks think they're good. Some of us, I'll tell you my personal opinion.
Well, it is our channel.
It is our channel.
Feel
You're
free.
right. My name is partially. My name is on there somewhere.
It does say Lukeshire.
It does say Lukeshire. I wish that I had to put something behind that logo because my shirt is screwing it all up, so you can't see the.
Move your arm.
You can't see the. I need something white to put up there. Here, let's do this.
Really, a
Yeah,
Kleenex,
the
a
Kleenex.
tissue.
So you can
It's
see
way
the
over
truck.
here. It's
There, see, you can see the clapper on the truck.
the clapper.
Yeah, the clapper on the
Why is
truck.
there a clapper? Oh, we didn't do
We didn't
action
do
on this
action.
one.
Gotta do it over
really?
again. Ready?
Action.
Hi, hey everybody, how you doing?
We're so backwards.
We are so
Okay,
backwards.
squirrel there for a
Anyway,
moment.
yeah.
Forgot how we even do our own videos.
So we were talking about escrow, I think.
Yes. What is your opinion?
I don't like escrows. I think when you're asking me for money up front to come work for somebody for you, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. Now there are good fleet owners and bad fleet owners, and there are good fleet owners that will require an escrow, and there are bad fleet owners that require an escrow. And just like there's good fleet owners and bad fleet owners, there are good drivers and bad drivers as well. So it works on both sides. Personally, I don't care for an escrow. That's my opinion.
What does downtime look like? Home time, vacation time? That's a great question.
That is a great question. Lots of folks don't know that when they come out there. It is on the water bottle.
Okay.
I'm just resting my leg.
He's making extra noise.
Extra noise.
You mean to repeat the question that was
Yes,
asked?
please.
What does downtime look like? Home time, vacation time? Are those important questions to ask a fleet owner? And
Those are important questions because
a
you want to
carrier?
know how often you can get yourselves home. I see a text message I got saying my volume was a little low. So let's try and turn that up just a hair and adjust that maybe a little bit and see if that helps some for us.
How's that?
We'll see.
Any
We'll
better?
See how it works.
Volume
Yeah,
check?
let us know. The texter that sent that text, let me know how the volume is. Hey, Matt, good evening. I don't have an air horn for you, sorry. Wow, just squirreling.
Sorry.
I tease Frank all the time about squirreling.
Well, it's hard a little bit to stay on task because we can't cut and edit. So, home time, downtime, vacation
Home time, downtime, vacation time. It's important to understand what home time looks like. What are the expectations of your fleet and or carrier for the amount of time you spend on the road running freight? That's a very important thing to understand so you don't come out and you're expected to run for 3 months straight and not go home, and it's not possible. Or you come out and you need to go home in 3 weeks for something, and the expectation is that you're going to be out for a month or so. It's important that you ask that question. It's also important to understand what your limits are, how much time you need to be home, or how frequently you need to get home, whether it's just because you want to go home and sleep in your own bed once a month, or you have obligations at home that need to be addressed. Medical appointments, family needs care, you want to be home for your daughter's recital every third week, those types of things. It's important to understand what your needs are because, again, you're going to find fleet owners and carriers that are going to have different requirements for the time you spend on the road, and hopefully you can find a fleet owner that is willing to either adjust or already has in place a home time program so you can make it home for the times you need to be home. On the flip side of that, if you're at home and you're not on the truck, you're not making any money. So you will also adjust accordingly when you start to not make any money because you're home once every 3 weeks, or you go home every other weekend, and you're not making any money. You understand how important it is for you to be out on the road.
Who pays for your deadhead to get home when you want to go home? Is that you, your fleet owner? Do you split some kind of a cost? Somebody asked, you guys have really great questions. We sure appreciate it. 32 people, it says here, are in here.
Wow.
I was not expecting that, y'all.
Wow, we got 21 likes and one thumbs down.
A rebel. We like rebels.
Probably Frank.
Little rebels out of cause.
Probably Frank.
So
love you, Frank.
Hazmat and tanker are important. Which carriers are requiring that, or fleet owners require that? Why are they requiring that? We make extra money here for having those endorsements here, Panther. We make extra money for having those. We also make extra money for our fleet owners having the lift gate and the pallet jack in our vehicles, so more on our equipment. So, which for us is really important. Us, our business needs. We want to make as much money as we can.
Can we pause for just 1 second?
Pause.
So I just put a comment up here from Susan Hudgens. She has a couple of good questions. Wanted to stop for a second and say hello to Susan and Tom.
Hashtag Highfield
Tom
family.
Hudgens as well. Hashtag Highfield family. If you are a prayerful person, positive vibes person, whatever you are in that sense of the universe, send those positive thoughts and those prayers and whatever it might be out to Susan and Tom.
Juju. They just need it.
They need it. Yeah, they need it. So, thank you for letting me say that. But Susan, Tom, we love you guys. Get better really soon, Tom, please. And then we'll go right back to Susan's question.
What class of licensing do you need?
For our truck, our straight truck, you need a Class B CDL. Melissa just mentioned also, Highfield like you to have your hazmat and tanker endorsement also, but a Class B CDL or greater, which means that a Class A CDL works just fine in that situation.
Will your potential fleet owner pay for a hotel if your truck is broke down?
That's a very good question to ask as well.
When you're interviewing potential fleet owners and carriers, you need to know this information.
You do. It's very important.
Who pays for that? Vince and I just had some downtime.
I was a little slow on pushing that button and putting that comment up there.
Sorry. Oh, we had a water leak in the Lukeshire Lodge. Water everywhere. The floor was soggy. Anyway.
Yep, we had a connector on our water heater packed up, so we had to get that taken care of.
Nice. It's all fixed.
We got 2 nights in a hotel. We took care of that.
Yeah.
And, that allowed us to edit that last video that came out and work on this logo as well. This beautiful logo right down here.
Ooh,
right there.
There it is.
You can't see the mouse on my screen, but there it is,
Wait,
that logo.
Right.
There you go, right there. Yep. So that allowed us to work on that and get that last video out.
Nice.
Melissa got to work on her top secret birthday tutu, which she'll not reveal tonight because it's top secret.
Oh,
I had to close my eyes while I helped her put it on and get the measurements and everything right. She even put a blindfold over Annie so Annie couldn't see it.
October 9th, is that the reveal?
I think it is.
Saturday,
I think
October
it is,
9th.
Yeah.
Lots of good questions. Asking and talking to other drivers, joining Facebook groups. There's a lot of great ones out there, and putting your questions out there. Other people will be able to answer or direct you or give you their opinions, not just Lukeshire's opinions. You have another one?
I think it's a question from Jim and Julie. I think what they're asking is asked to talk to their other drivers. I think that's what the question is. Yes, that's a very good thing to do, is ask your other fleet owners you're talking to, can I talk to any of your drivers and get their opinion? We've said this before. I think if you find somebody that has reviews on Facebook, send a message to those people that are doing the reviews and ask them questions directly too, and see if they'll answer them for you.
Oh, Melissa Roberts says a really good. Says, who will teach me, or do I have to teach myself? Our mentor and having help 24/7, or calling y'all if we have to. Many places let you figure it out alone. Who's gonna? That's okay. Who's gonna teach you? Who's gonna teach you the ropes out here? Highfield. That's who we drive for. It's our fleet owner. Offers a mentor program. If you've watched any of our videos prior to this, maybe this is your first one. We offer a mentor program, so you're making money right out of the gate, and you don't have to just flounder and figure out how to do it yourself. So that's an important question. Anything else, or just kind of the gist of our video? Do your research, people. If you don't know how much you're going to be making, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, this is pent-up anger and whatever else. Somebody asked us that question. Not naming names, but come on. Ugh. I definitely wouldn't even go into a W-2 job without asking how much am I going to make. Are there benefits? Who's paying for them? So on and so forth. You got to ask those questions. So
back to Susan and Tom, real briefly.
Yes.
She gave us permission.
Oh.
So Tom is undergoing surgery tomorrow. So that's why we're looking for positive vibes out to Tom tomorrow.
Yes.
He's a good dude, and we want to see him pull through that safely. So, um,
Your volume
yeah.
is fine. Turn up your sound.
Yeah, but I can't turn up my sound as long as I have my AirPods in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but as
Next
long as we know
time,
sound
take
is
two
better. Yeah,
on
take
another
two.
day.
We're gonna get better at this, I think, if we ever do it again.
Trucking Couple says we got a thumb down. Success.
Yeah, we did exactly. Exactly.
I feel it's the best. Pet
Dana
policy.
asked about pet policy. Yeah. Where's Annie? Annie's on the floor over there, ignoring us but she's here. Yeah,
She's behaving.
ask your fleet owner about potential fleet owners about their pet policy. Do they require a deposit? Is there a cleaning deposit? What's that look like? Do they even allow pets on the truck with us here at Highfield?
What kind of pets?
We certainly do allow pets. We've had teams that had a hamster, cats, dogs, multiple dogs. We've got Annie. She's our fur baby.
Can you scroll down? I think the Baileys have a great
I will.
question. Right there. It says, is needing to return to your home base every 90 days for medical appointments an unusual or acceptable expectation? we both
inhale to think about that one.
Deep breaths. Feel free to chat amongst yourself. Maybe other people have some great ideas on this answer.
Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable knowing where you live, Kevin. You're out of San Antonio, so I think that getting through San Antonio every 90 days is not unreasonable.
Oregon. Unreasonable.
Oregon is unreasonable.
That's why we moved
yeah,
stuff
certainly.
to Ohio.
But getting through San Antonio, I don't think is unreasonable. Now, you might get home a couple days before you need to be home. You might get home a couple days, well, on the day of. You have to make sure and work on planning that, and that's one thing your mentors will help you with, is what that planning looks like. Flexibility certainly helps. If you are looking, let's say you're sitting in Columbus on Tuesday, you need to be home on Wednesday, and you get a load that gets you there on Thursday, is your doctor able to be flexible with that? If you're looking for things like prescriptions, one thing that we do is we do a 90-day supply, and we use my favorite store in the whole wide world, Walmart. But we can transfer prescriptions between Walmarts, so we don't have to go back to a specific Walmart to get those prescriptions. So flexibility really is important.
I love Frank's comment. Or the trucking couples. Keep going.
I guess scroll down.
Right there. You have to put that one up there. You have to put that one up there.
Oh, water leak equals Jason fault, I'm sure.
Right? LOL.
You
Actually,
know,
they took really good care of this truck.
We got a comment from the guys down at AA, Frank, believe it or not. The guy who was actually repairing the water leak asked how old the truck was, and I said, a year and a half, 2 years old. He says, wow, it looks brand new. So they took really good care. The Crafty Truckers took really good care of this truck, and obviously we've taken really good care of it in the 6 months that we've had it now as well. It's our home. We take care of our home. We like to be comfortable. We don't want to have to shut down because of something that we did and didn't take care of in the truck. So we certainly do take care of our equipment.
Under Susan's there. Susan, I almost had to crack out the flippers, but maybe a snorkel. It was pretty mushy. Eric Beckett is asking a really great question. He's currently driving with Panther.
Yeah, Eric's currently with Panther. He is not with Highfield Family.
That's okay.
The hardest part of the job, Eric says, is dealing with dispatch. How do you all do it?
Right here. Do it. Yeah.
There's a smile in my voice every time I get on the phone with Panther, Eric. When they call me, I answer the phone. Good morning, this is Vincent. When I call them, hey, Melissa, how you doing this morning? It's Vincent in truck 33623. Just calling on this load you sent over. I think that breaks the ice every time. There are certain dispatches that just aren't going to be open to that. They're having a bad day, or it's their personality, and we take it in stride, we handle business, and we move on. It's like dealing with anybody else in the general public that's having a bad day or just doesn't necessarily want to be friendly. You take it, you do what you have to do with your business, and you move on, and don't let it get you down, honestly. Are there times where it's frustrating and it's hard to do? Sure. And those are the times where you kill them with kindness. You just are as kind and as happy as you can be, And when you get back in the truck or you get behind closed doors, you yell and scream and let it all out. But there are those times when that happens, and it's hard to do that. But sometimes you just have to let it go.
Hmm.
Hey there, it's Paula Coviello.
I see that.
Hey, Paula.
Is that all you have?
That's all I've got.
Really?
Yeah.
Just doing some technical stuff here.
Oh, no, there's some more.
Oh, there we go. I'm like, I have a whole bunch more.
I don't know why it wouldn't scroll, but...
That's okay. We're trying to answer your questions. We so appreciate all of your support. I mean, 30 plus people watching us live. Thanks for your feedback on our introduction, and thanks for supporting us, supporting Highfield. Do you know, it's pretty toasty in here without the air conditioning running. Just want to share.
It is pretty toasty. That's good to hear, Jim and Julie. Really good to hear. They're good people. I think Melissa spoke with them a couple weeks ago.
I did.
Yeah,
they're
people.
running hard, running.
People. Miss their content. Miss seeing
You
their
could just
faces.
rewatch it. It's like reruns.
It is like reruns. Yeah,
right?
it's true.
People, you all are so great. Private messages on the back. I can't read them all and still be active and watching y'all. So when we get out of here, I'm sure we'll be messaging y'all back. So, Scott and Deborah say Kroger, they're a little cheaper than Walmart. Good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind when the time comes. So, anything else? Is insurance covered? If so, who is paying? And premium amounts, if so?
Yes, that is a question we get quite often.
I'm thinking health insurance there. Let's
think
just
he's
say
talking
that.
that too.
So health insurance, is it covered?
Yeah, as independent contractors, health insurance is not covered by your carrier, by your carrier or your fleet owner. We've heard of some fleet owners or a fleet owner that has some sort of program, but we're not familiar with it. But that's in order to be an independent contractor, that cannot be provided to you by your fleet owner or your carrier. Here's a good question. Kimaha, we're going with it. How long does it take to understand good, bad areas and mileage pay? With a mentor, you can get to know the good and bad freight areas within a couple of months, quite honestly. 6 months, you get really good at it. We're a couple years in, and one of the things that helps us here at Highfield is the communication that we have with the teams that we've mentored in the past and have graduated and no longer are mentees. We still talk to them regularly. Speaking with the other mentors and understanding what their teams are doing. That's one of the ways that we get to know that pretty well. Without a mentor, just as a wild guess, I would think you need 6 months to understand that fully. 6 months and a lot of taking freight to bad areas and not knowing you were going to a bad area before you went there.
You might be able to utilize some of those Facebook pages to assist in trying to figure out the good freight lanes versus bad. But like Vince was saying, 6 to 9 months if you're doing it willy-nilly by yourself, nobody mentoring you along the way. With the mentor program, you learn that from day one. It's starting to, we teach that's not a good load, how to make it a better load, not a great freight lane, so on and so forth. Did we answer mileage pay? I guess that would be in the same vein.
Yeah, it's kind of in the same vein. How to turn that not so great load into a much better load.
Right,
certainly.
right. So
certainly, yeah. Leanne, that's too funny. That's too funny, Leanne. We were talking to Leanne and Kevin Bailey a week or so ago, and she said that we should do a TED Talk on the topic we talked to them about that day, which I forget what it was. But here's our TED Talk, Leanne.
Oh, that's funny. So somebody's asking if we're sitting in the toilet. We are not sitting in the toilet.
No, we're not.
Not sitting. That would be funny though. But
it would be funny.
No, this is one of our benches. That's a window. It's a curtain. It rolls up.
Over here is our bed. It's folded up.
Yeah, the caution stickers are bed. You can see kind of our lighting that wraps around. But no, we're not sitting. Oh, there you go. Careful.
So our fridge is over there. Cabinets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not sitting in the pod.
No, not sitting in the pod.
No.
It would be cool to have these lights in the pod, though. No? Okay. All right, sorry.
All right, let's get back onto your question
Okay.
before we start losing people.
Somehow scroll it up.
Great question, too, by the way. Is it Kamaja? It was a great question. All right, Eric, you're saying with the endorsements of Hazmat and Tanker, does that really keep you all busier if you didn't have it? Oh, my. That's a great question. I think we get the opportunity to make more money.
Yes.
Because with those endorsements, sometimes we're the only truck within...
A lot of miles.
I was going to say 600 kind of rang to mind, but anywhere between 2 to 1,000 plus miles? I mean, I just don't even know.
Let's use our own example of when we broke down and we were hauling hazmat.
Yes.
And they deadheaded a team, the Lords,
yes,
almost 200 miles to get our load when there were other trucks sitting right nearby, but they didn't have their hazmat endorsement.
Right.
So there certainly are more load opportunities out there available to you. The benefit of it at Panther is if you have your hazmat and tanker endorsement, you're making an extra nickel for all loaded miles.
Wait, what was that word?
All
loaded
loaded miles, not just hazmat and tanker loads. So the money you spend to get those two endorsements, you recoup pretty quickly because, again, all loaded miles, you're getting paid that extra nickel per mile. So, yes, it does work out really well.
Yes, great question. Oop.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to ban somebody. I almost banned Susan.
Uh-oh. Keep going. Grab hazmat loads while
Dana
others,
just said what we were talking about. Yeah.
How did we decide to go with Panther instead of FedEx? Great question, Sharon. At the time that Vince and I had everything ready to go, I had already given up my job.
Susan.
I'd already given up my job, given my 2 weeks. We'd already given our 2 weeks notice on our apartment, and it was kind of a do or die thing. And at the time, we thought we wanted, like everybody does, FedEx White Glove. And Highfield did not have a FedEx truck available at the time that we were ready to go. They had a Panther. That's it, short and sweet. So we went with Panther. Vince, do you have any regrets?
No regrets at all. I think we made a great decision. We're very happy here with what we do.
Do you want to go to FedEx?
No, I'm happy where I'm at.
Me either.
I'm happy doing what we're doing.
Good. That's how, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just, there wasn't a FedEx truck. Expediter Boogie is in the house.
Yes, he is. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Don.
Oh. All right, you guys. Well, if there's no more questions, I'm probably going to wrap this up. It's been going for a while. Just tell us how long?
Somewhere it does, yeah, but there it is. 32 minutes we've been going.
We have 37 people still in here. I mean, if
34
y'all...
likes. Look at that. Wow. It's impressive.
I got tears.
Thank you all for spreading the word. We really appreciate it.
Feeling a little flick-lipped. Anybody have any other last-minute questions? You know what? 37 people in here. Can we rewatch the intro? Come on, there's got to be some new
intro
people.
Again?
We should do the intro.
Okay, if we get 5 people that put the number 1 in the chat, I'll do the intro again.
5 people to put
Just
number
put number 1 in the chat, yep. I have to wait for it for a second here.
Okay.
Good night, Susan.
Oh, Craig Taylor's here.
What's not true, Craig? Help me out. Help me
way,
understand what's not true.
As a mentor, let's read these. I learn a lot from each team. Each helps me be more resourceful to help the other team knowledge and experience. By the way, that is the situation now. Only Panther trucks available. Oh, only Panther trucks available.
All right, that's
if
good
you want
to know.
Come on with Highfield.
And they want to see the intro again, so we'll give them the intro again. Craig, while the intro is playing, do me a favor and type in what's wrong or what's not true, and I'll try and address it. But let me know.
All right, hold on. Here comes... Are you ready?
When I wanna cry, in a world gone mad.
whispering, look at all those fancy sunglasses I wear.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
a sunglasses queen.
So just let's go back. Matt B, can you see what Matt B says? Can you go back up? Just a little bit. He had a really great one. Oh, thanks for all the love, you guys. Keep going. A little further. A little further. Maybe a little. Right there.
I thought we covered that one before we went to the video. No?
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Resourceful. I guess we did. Knowledge and
Yeah,
experience is
we
power.
learn a lot from those teams.
Yeah.
Certainly, although we're out here to teach, we certainly do learn from those experiences as well.
Okay.
Definitely.
The vessel said
Definitely.
that, can you see that one? Right there. They ran at Panther for over 4 years, and they've been at FedEx for 2. Both have their good things.
Yes,
I would
they do.
imagine that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, every carrier, every fleet owner is not for everyone. There are folks that have come out here and Panther wasn't for them, or Highfield wasn't for them, and they go somewhere else and they're happy. And that's great. That's why Melissa preaches do your research all the time. Do your research so hopefully you can make that informed decision and not put yourself in a position where you have to make another move immediately. You can find a home that works for you, right?
I think the reason that we have no desire to go to FedEx, and Vince and I have talked about it, we have this wonderful platform sharing with 700 and some odd people who like our channel, but you know, we have this platform of sharing what the lifestyle is like, or you know, answering questions, whether it be for you or not, and that's really important for us here. Could we do it on the other side? Probably. There's not a lot here on the Panther side as far as content.
Yeah.
So,
Again,
anyway.
very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Very, very happy to be here.
Oh.
Which one?
Well, Sweet Teresa Phillips. That was super kind of her. And then the one down below.
Thank you, Teresa.
There's a lot of great ones. Everybody, Expediter Boogie says love it.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, y'all have helped me so much. I really appreciate it. Expressly, what happened that put me in charge of the truck.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, anytime. You know,
Anytime.
you're not part of the Highfield family, but you're part of the trucking industry and part of the expediting. So
More love for Panther, Justin, Cammy
Oh,
Lars.
we love Panther and
Highfield
Highfield.
family.
No regrets.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're going to ask one more time that you like and subscribe to our channel if our content's any good for you. Leave us comments. Let us know what you want to hear about, what you want to learn, because we're here to help you with that. And sometimes finding content that is relatable, it just doesn't work. If the lifestyle of expediting interests you, here at Highfield Trucking, we look for.
If you want to sit here in the hot heat without your air conditioner while you do a
That's
live
a choice
video,
we've made. We've made that choice.
I'm getting a little red in the face. Anyway, if this lifestyle interests you, you need a teammate. We do not play matchmaker. Well,
Highfield does not play matchmaker.
Just kidding. We don't play matchmaker. So, like Aladdin says, well, actually, it was the genie. It's
Okay, we're
ugly.
getting to what you need here.
Your Class B CDL.
Hazmat and tanker endorsement.
Your desire to want to be out here and learn.
And have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, don't leave money on the table. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming to our inaugural live stream. We hope to do more and hope to get better. But y'all all have a great night and safe travels out there.
Oh, Mike Dizelle, just know your worth. Don't leave money on the table. Good night.
Good night.